sits with the Shen ulti to help him. So in case Lucian ever all-ins, like dashes forward,
install,
you can call the Shen ult, and it's really hard for Lucian to get out. So I think there's a really good last pick for Caps, and of course, why to save that last pick for him.
All right, and we'll see if they get into a tussle in that mid lane once again. G2 Esports and Fnatic going at it for supremacy in Group A. We'll see who's going to come out on top. Fnatic have themselves some serious shields in the form of Shen. Lee Sin's adding a little bit up in there, and of course the Karma. So there's protection for Caps, and then of course Rekkles. He really does love that cannon.
Of course, when you leave it open, you know, it's the champion that's banned the most in the EU LCS, and then when G2 plays Fnatic, they leave it open 3 games in a row.
It's confidence.
It's confidence.
Gotta give them that.
They're definitely trying to show that they can play against it. Succeeded one game, failed the other one. And also Jarvan top for Expect. We said it, he wants the carries, give Shen over to Source every time. And I think Expect had a good Renekton performance. If he can do the same on Jarvan, then this champion can take over the game. We've seen it in LCK multiple times already. Early kills for him. He roams around the map with a crazy strong ulti, and then suddenly you win the game.
Yeah, not to mention he's got Trick on Elise right now, so we could see some early trips up top. Of course, Broxah might look to match that now. We want to hear from you guys. It has been a long, hard-fought series between G2 and Fnatic, but who do you think will take the final victory? Hop on Twitter, hashtag G2 winner, hashtag FNC win. I got a feeling I know who the fans are going to vote for at Officio, but tell me straight, who you think?
I mean, that's so hard to call already. That's the thing. So much depends on the Source Rekkles combo in the mid game, or let's see, Trick's performance early game on this Elysia, because G2's comp is a little bit all over the place. There's some late game scaling, but there's also a lot of early game power with Elise, Jarvan, Lucian. A lot of different options for them and how they want to play early on. And we're looking at Trick, of course, on this Elise, and Broxah to try and match the early aggression.
Well, Broxah wasn't able to do it and gave him one. I was right. I thought Fnatic was going to win that vote.
Well, they do tend to win the fan votes.
Easiest prediction ever.
But still important to highlight that G2 has picked up a lot of fans after MSI.
Oh, absolutely.
Long Jarvan ulti and his burst against a lot of these targets that don't really have any dashes. If you're Cassiopeia without flash, how do you get out of Jarvan ulti?
Yeah, not a whole lot you can do there, and not to mention if you pair that with Sven, you're going to have a bad time. Now, speaking of, it's first blood in mid as Perks finds 2 champs are better than 1.
I love the 1v1s between these 2 guys here. I know, of course, Broxah joins after.
It's a great 1v1. Ooh, Perks is able to turn away.
There we go.
There we go. There he goes, and now there is no flash up and available. Caps has nowhere to go, and he accepts his fate, but not before Soaz comes in with the tuck. Can he get out? No, the double tap. It's Expect who finishes the job. Soaz came in just a smidgen too late.
Yeah, not possible for Fnatic to have wards in that river after losing the top lane tower. And just in time before that flash. We'll be ready again for Caps. We got the roam from Expect. And we got the defensive Shen ulti. It almost feels like these teams agreed. This is how we should
quite get it. The TP coming around the side. Trick is still going for it. Expect just can't close the distance. He flag and drags over the wall. Looking to turn on Soaz. No tower there for him to go back to as the tower falls down in the bottom side. Soaz is isolated, and Expect claims kill 2.
Yeah, he did not see that teleport. That's why he tried to see if he can taunt Trick with all the minions around and see, okay, maybe I can kill him in time.
But here's your cross-map to Officio, Caps and Brick
right here.
Sometimes you don't always want to gank the teleport when something else important is on the line.
Actually, even if Source knew the TP would come down here, I think him going for the potential kill is actually the best play. Because he knows there's no tower for him, and he had a massive minion wave to try and kill Trick. And at this point, he's just buying time. Right now, buy time. You know you're gonna die, but you also know your team is getting 2 towers.
You know, on top of that, he also got a flash out of Trick as well, so a little bit extra value. Broxah's coming in. I don't want to assume genders. On the Rift Herald, that's for sure. Sven stepping up. Rekkles and Jez is waiting in the wings.
Shen ulti, baby!
Here we go! Rekkles delivering! The other ninja right on top of Sven, and that puppy is going down.
I mean, we saw this in game 1. We've seen it in game 2. We've seen it last split.
So is instant TP down bot 2. He's going to be able to save tower.
Well, he's trying at least to save it and also maybe set up a play because Broxah is a good ninja. Soaz is a very good ninja.
Well, I mean, it's similar to Rekkles with the cannon, right? You got to give him props for playing this champion out so well. Now, Sven could be in trouble. He's stunned up by the Shuriken. Has to flash out, followed by Rekkles. The man has no fear, and he gets the kill. But we're checking back in at the Drake as Expect picks off Broxah.
There's poison on him.
Oh, right goes down. That's going to be expect falling, but not before they were able to secure quite a lot. Trades all over the map here, Deficio. It's chaotic.
Yeah, once again, Rekkles staying in that side lane, goes straight for the 1v1 kills. Sven, they're not respected damage early on.
Caps is trying to stop backs here. Looks like he's going to do it right now. He's still able to hang tough. That turret's going down. Jezz and Rekkles have not stopped pushing. Soaz gets the taunt, but Perkz is going to cleanse it and flash away.
Oh, he's
did again, looking for Trick. These guys are relentless right now. Caps exhausted, still putting out damage. That Munchkin's coming for him, but Jezz steals the kill away at the end.
Oh,
secures.
Fnatic.
He secures it, Deficio.
That is fighting everywhere. It's so fast. It's so hard to react. Sven caught and died top lane. Meanwhile, bottom lane, you would think, okay, this is in favor of G2 now. This is actually way earlier, by the way.
Let's rewind the clock a little bit.
So this is the Shen ulti onto Rekkles, the classic, hydrated carry in the side lane, and then Shen ultis onto him that every team in the world will utilize. Maybe mainly Fnatic will use that strategy. Source bot lane to defend. Into then a dragon fight right after, where you can see on the minimap, 2 guys from Fnatic are top lane. So this is 4v3. And engage from Expect into a kill on Lee Sin, but then Caps are just feeling so confident because Perkz didn't manage to join the fight early. Perkz then kind of walks around a little bit weird and realizes, okay, not actually dealing any damage at first. And the full HP, fairly fed Cassiopeia at this point.
Yeah, can do this.
Can do this, and just at this point, Caps is he's looking for kills, but he's also looking to just stop G2 from actually going back to base and see if maybe Rekkles and Jezz can push a bit more.
Yeah, big swing now for Fnatic, and it was all a bamboozle, stopping their backs to allow for the extra tower taken out, but Rekkles flashing under that while all this was going on to finish off Sven. I mean, yeah, Caps, he couldn't quite close the distance, but we know how it all ended. Back to live, the action never stops. Rekkles this time is on his own, or is he? It's Soaz tagging in, and now the tables have turned. Trick's out of there, and Rekkles on a killing spree, 3-0, looking for Expect. It's never just one member of Fnatic.
I like that, Pyra. It's never just one member. Redemption as well from Jezz to keep them alive and buying up against it. Hello, Rekkles. Is that a cannon?
Oh, we've seen this movie before, and I know how it ends. Rekkles gets the finisher. No assistance required. And Sven knows there's no way in hell he's getting the Acathian surprise. And wouldn't you know it, Deficio? Look at the time. Baron's up.
There we go. Early Baron being rushed down once again. They have the damage to do it. Sven, while he could try and check the brushes with his ulti, it is so hard once you are behind against this cannon. Always hiding.
Fnatic looked like they were going to be able to put themselves in a very good position, but G2 were able to find some bite back, and that's why we got this great series here. Soaz jumped on. He's got flash. He's still hanging in the pit. Oh, can he get out in time? He doesn't. That was almost a Soaz.
Almost a Soaz, but now mid lane tower might go down, but actually there's still no minions for Fnatic to kill it.
Oh boy, Sven is going low, kicked out. That puppy's out of there. Broxah looking for the chase down, and he flashes in for the finisher.
Well, Expect is coming down here to see if he can kill Broxah.
Okay, the fights never end here right now. Broxah back within some minion range, and Rekkles looking to try and turn back as Expect realizes he might have gone a little bit too far out of range for the rest of his team to be able to help him out. Stunned up, nearly a tower, turning around. Can he do it? Wild Growth's on. Mithy's gonna save his life.
But they got a kill on Sven here, lost Source, but they got mid lane tower. That's the important one. They're finally inside the G2 base. Inip dropping as well. 11,000 gold lead from Fnatic.
Oh boy, Caps has no fear. He was going right in onto 3, but he might pay for to get any weaker.
No, but this is about Fnatic and them actually setting up around this Baron. They got all the control wards they need. Source without any globals right now, so you can't actually sit bot lane, but you know if you're Fnatic.
Oh.
Yeah, you're just waiting for this one pick.
Trick's gonna have to come right back on down, and they will finish him off even through the Wild Growth. And that's meaning no smite now for G2 Esports, but Fnatic aren't interested in the big purple worm just yet. They're gonna go right in onto Expect. He dunks, but he gets dunked. Perk's gonna have to flash away to avoid the tether of Jezz's, and Fnatic say, who needs the Baron? There's an open base in mid.
Yeah, I guess you don't really want to spend time taking that Baron down if you've already killed 2 guys on the side of G2. Once again, that slow minion wave in the mid lane. Never really with Fnatic. It's coming now, so they have to actually say, okay, never mind, we can't go for mid.
Well, Caps might be a little isolated here, but the team's right behind the wall, and Lucian grounded. It's Caps that finishes it off. Rekkles tags his way in, and all of a sudden, they looked like they were in trouble, that they baited it right back, and that is gonna be it. stopping to finish off the inhibitor, and it is going to be Nexus turrets. Mythy and Trick here desperately to defend, but nothing doing at all. What happens when the Royals clash here in Europe? Well, you know what? It's a renaissance. Fnatic have done it. They've taken down the Kings 2-1. GG.
As we talked about in the game, Pyra, the fact that Fnatic can win this series here is a very good sign. It's not about how practice is G2 at the moment. We know they're going to get better. We know G2 will pick it up once they have more time. It's important that Fnatic are good enough to take them down 2-1 and actually do it with some very, very one-sided games as well in both Game 1 and Game 3.
Right.